Go and tell the invaders to bring back my artifacts.
Heritage of our fathers. Today we will be talking about Oba Akenzua II, a visionary leader. The myths and history. The year was 1933. The palace bells of Benin rang out as the people gathered beneath the towering coral walls. Oba Akenzua II, restorer of the monarchy, had joined his ancestors. His son, Prince Akenzua, stood ready to inherit the throne. Beneath the blazing Edo sun, chiefs, priests and warriors gathered in the royal courtyard. Coral beads glowed, ivory trumpets sounded, and the people chanted, "Oba kpee, may the Oba live long." Thus began the reign of Oba Akenzua II, a ruler destined to guide his people through storms of change. The scars of the 1897 punitive expedition still haunted Benin. Sacred bronzes, ivories, and royal artifacts, stolen and displayed in foreign lands, left stays on the throne. Akenzua II vowed that the treasures of his ancestors would not remain scattered. He declared before his chiefs, "The bronzes are not ornaments. They are the voices of our fathers. They must return to their home." At his side stood loyal leaders, Chief Ayase of Benin, master of statecraft, Ezomo of Uzebu, keeper of war traditions, Ologbozer of Utikon, protector of palace honor, and the Ohen Osa, the chief priest of Olokun, guardian of spiritual balance. Together they became the pillars of his reign. But Akenzua's vision reached beyond politics. He dreamed of a Benin where tradition walked with modernity. He expanded schools, encouraging Edo's sons and daughters to seek knowledge. He told them, "A pen in the hand of a child of Edo can fight as strongly as a warrior's sword." His efforts gave rise to educated leaders who would later guide Nigeria into independence. Yet Akenzua's power was not only in the world of men. The kingdom whispered that he walked with the spirits of his ancestors. In times of trial, he sought guidance from Olokun, god of the sea and wealth, and from Ogun, god of iron and justice. It was said that at night, when the moon lit the palace walls, the spirit of Queen Idea, the warrior mother, appeared in dreams, her eyes blazing like fire. She urged him to protect the cultural heart of Benin, to never let the festivals of the ancestors fade. His reign revived the Igwe festival, a sacred ritual of renewal. At the height of Ig, the city thundered with drums. Priests painted their bodies with chalk. Maidens danced with ivory rattles, and warriors clashed shields in rhythm. Akenzua stood at the center, clad in coral beads, his arms raised as the crowd roared. The chiefs proclaimed his strength, and the spirits of the Ogisos were invoked. Myth says the sky trembled, and Olokun's waves far away at the coast rose higher, blessing Benin with abundance. Akenzua also fought for the dignity of his people before the colonial masters. In the 1940s, when administrators dismissed the call to return the bronzes, he sent delegations and letters, reminding them that Benin's art was more than material, it was spiritual bloodline. His words carried the weight of myth. It was said that Esu, the trickster at the crossroads, twisted the tongues of those who opposed him, making them stumble in their arguments. Slowly, the world began to listen. During Nigeria's journey to independence in 1960, Akenzua II became a voice of wisdom. Politicians from the western and eastern regions came to Benin seeking his counsel. He reminded them, "A nation without respect for its traditions is like a tree without roots." His palace became a bridge between ancient authority and modern statehood. The mythic side of his reign grew as stories spread of his spiritual protection. Warriors claimed that when enemies cursed Benin, Ogun's fire struck their weapons useless. Farmers swore that in years of drought, when Oba Akenzua poured libation to Olokun, rains returned within days. Elders whispered that the spirits of the bronzes themselves stirred in foreign museums, longing to return to the Oba's palace. For 45 years, Oba Akenzua II ruled with dignity, courage, and vision. He was not a warrior like his ancestors on the battlefield, but his wars were fought with diplomacy, education, and the strength of heritage. Under him, the kingdom's festivals flourished. The guilds of bronze casters thrived again, and Edo children walked proudly into classrooms without losing their roots. In 1978, when the Oba joined his ancestors, the city mourned for 7 days. Drums fell silent, markets closed, and the people wore white wrappers in respect. Priests declared that he walked into the spirit world with the blessings of Olokun, the iron strength of Ogun, and the eternal guardianship of Queen Idea. Chiefs proclaimed him Oba Akenzua the Visionary, defender of heritage, keeper of the flame. His legacy lived on, not only in the bronzes that still called out for home, but in the spirit of a people who would never let their culture die. The kingdom of Benin, scarred yet unbroken, stood tall, waiting for the next Oba to carry the torch. And so the story of Oba Akenzua II is told as both history and myth, of a king who ruled not just in the palace, but in the hearts of his people, walking with gods and ancestors, leaving a vision that endures to this very day. With this, we have come to the end of today's history. Thanks for watching. God bless.
What